All right. What's going on, people? I am in month 4 of being here in Spain. It's almost coming up on 3 months. It'll be 3 months in about 2 weeks. So I just wanted to go ahead and give another report for what's going on. Let's see. Definitely getting a lot more stable here and for sure getting more of a routine. I would say this vlog is going to be a little bit about complaining as usual. But toward the end of it, I want to talk about the highlights and what things are super special and great about being here in Spain. So some of my rants really quick, things that I still can't figure out or get super frustrated and angry with here. Let's go to my list. Let's see. Okay. Uh, I want to talk about Halloween. This actually isn't a bad thing, but Halloween was back in October, and I want to talk about the schools. They really go all out, especially my school. It was actually pretty awesome the way they did it. The parents came in and helped out with some of the teachers, and they set up a haunted house. So the students literally got to go into a room where like they saw it's kind of like outside. Then they walked to another room that was a kitchen, then another room that was like a living room, and then a room that was a bedroom. And each of the auxiliaries, we got to be in a different room and scare the kids. So they scare pretty much all the kids from, I would say, pretty much first grade and up. The kids under first grade, they tend to not scare them. They'll have the lights on, and then we kind of just like smile and sing songs. I guess there was like a Halloween song, which is pretty funny, but we just like sang and danced to that when the kids came through, so that they wouldn't be scared. But the older kids, for sure, the fifth and sixth graders, which are my kids, I want to make sure they were terrified. So some of them were, which I was shocked. Some of the kids who I really wouldn't expect to be scared were terribly frightened, to the point where they were crying. And I was very shocked to see 11 and 12-year-olds crying when they knew that it was their teachers. But it was a great, fun experience. The room was decorated really well. So you can see my pictures on Instagram and on my Facebook page that show kind of like how the room was decorated. Uh, some other things. So speaking of Facebook, we have a Facebook group here for like the auxiliaries in the program that talks about pretty much our experiences here in Spain, and it's hilarious to hear the feedback sometimes. This group is it's amazingly funny. When I say there are things from people asking about like how to find an apartment to what are the best restaurants to what's a great place to visit during break. Um, but there's like moderators for these groups, and the moderators are very like hardcore and intense. So for example, if someone asks like, hey, I moved to this new city in Seoul and I'm trying to figure out how to find an apartment here, then one of the moderators will hop in and say, you should have read before that someone posted that 6 months ago. Do a search and find out what they said. And it's so funny because they're so rude and so mean and so angry, but everyone else reading is laughing hysterically because these people will always leave some kind of like angry comments where it makes everyone else a little bit fearful to post anything. So someone may say something like, I really have a question about like, who do I ask to figure out how to get my registration card? But you can't ask because if you don't do a search, or if it was 8 months ago and you can't find it, don't, excuse me, don't ask because someone's going to get mad at you for asking a question that you didn't know the answer to. So typically people will just ask their friends. But the comments and just the things that come up are of everyday life in Madrid and being a teacher here are just super funny on this Facebook group. But it's also a super resourceful group as well because you really can get pretty good answers and feedback on it. Excuse me. So with my coughing, I'm pretty much over my cough, but as you saw, I went to a clinic, not necessarily a full hospital, but it was a clinic last week. This is my second time now going to a clinic or hospital seeking medical professionals. It's insane here. Like I can't stay well. A lot of friends, thank you for your input about trying to build my immune system, which I definitely need to do. It's just insane here. Working with a lot of kids, and the hygiene here is for sure completely different than what I'm used to. The schools don't have soap in the bathrooms. They don't have toilet paper in the bathrooms. If they need toilet paper, they have to ask permission from a teacher to get toilet paper. They typically don't have paper towels. The teachers' restrooms are different. We do have soap and paper towels, but the kids don't. So the kids, of course, all day are asking, can I high five you? Can I play in your hair? Can I hug you? Can I do this? So they're very touchy, which is great because they're kids and they're cute and they're sweet. but they carry a lot of germs, and when you're interacting with them on a daily basis, and the kids are out sick all the time, so then you end up getting sick, and then the teachers get sick, and then they pass it along. So it's just also living in a new environment. It's really hard to stay well here. So for me, someone who as a kid grew up very sick all the time, it's like I'm going back to being a kid again, and I'm sick all the time here. I would say probably every 3 weeks, I either have a cough, a sore throat, or a runny nose, and it's getting pretty annoying. And the doctor said the next time I come back, if I get sick again, then they're going to try to give me a vaccination because she said that you can't get better. So yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. I just got well maybe a day or two ago. I finished my medication. So we'll see. Hopefully I won't be sick the next 3 weeks, but if I am, the healthcare here is great and amazing, and everyone's super friendly, and it's free. So I have no complaints there. So I never feel like I don't have options, which is good. It's just, I don't like being sick all the time. That leads to temperature. It was when I got here, probably in the, I don't know, maybe 70s, maybe 80s. And now it's probably around like the 30s, sometimes in the 20s, which is insane for me. I didn't buy a winter coat yet, but I'm going to buy one probably this weekend. I said last weekend, but maybe this weekend I'll buy a winter coat. But right now I usually have like a long sleeve shirt. Hmm. And then I'll have a hoodie because I love hoodies. And then I also have like a jacket that I wear over that. So it's almost like I have 3 layers. And they, for the most part, keep me warm, keep my body warm. So I also wear a hat, and then I wear a scarf to keep my mouth covered. And then I also wear gloves. So it's just insane because I'm not used to wearing stuff like that. I mean, it's been forever since I've had to wear gloves and a hat and scarf. So that's new. But yeah, it's extremely cold, and everyone keeps saying like, oh, it's not cold yet. Like, wait till January and February. So, I mean, I'm cold now, regardless of whether it's going to get colder. I'll just be colder then, but I'm still cold. So people, please acknowledge that in Spain, that it's still cold. Um, with that, I think it's very interesting. I'll talk to a couple other people that live with Spanish people. They typically will have the heat on during the day, I guess, to keep the house warm. So when you come home, it's warm, as opposed to running overnight. When, in my opinion, or what I'm used to, is it's usually colder overnight in the morning. So you would usually run the heat overnight in the morning to stay warm while you're in the house. But no, it's the opposite here. It's on pretty much all day when no one's here, and then it's turned off usually around 10 o'clock at night, I would say, and doesn't come back on until the next morning around 8. So yeah, it's different. I'm trying to get adjusted to it. It's different. What else? Oh, being homesick. Someone mentioned to me last week, they were like, oh, you sound like, or excuse me, 2 weeks ago, they said, oh, you sound like you're homesick. And I'm like, homesick? I think I've been homesick once when I was in LA. I went home and realized I wasn't homesick. I thought I was homesick, and I was not. I was ready to go back home to LA. So with this, I don't think I'm homesick either this time. I would consider it culture sick, as in I miss the American culture that I'm used to and that I grew up in, and that especially my California culture. Oh, I miss LA and California so much. I miss all my friends. I love you guys. Yeah, but it's just different. Spain is so different from America, and I think that's the hardest thing here that I've had to deal with. That I haven't gotten to a point where I've completely just let go and just lived a Spanish life. I think part of that is because I've spent so much time on developing who I am as a person, and especially being in my mid 30s now, had a birthday. I feel like I've established this person who I really appreciate and respect and think is doing great things. Where in Spain, I feel like I spent a lot of times wanting to not be that person. Like I want to be, I guess, more aggressive, more angry, more frustrated, more. It's interesting. Like a lot of times, a friend was actually talking about today. We were on the bus together, and it's the word that comes to mind is inconsiderate. And a lot of Spanish people don't realize that they're inconsiderate. And again, this is a generalization. It's not all Spanish people, because all Americans are not amazing. There are some who are ridiculous. But just generally speaking, the example was we were getting on the bus today, and there were a lot of elderly people, a lot of seniors getting on the bus. And while we were waiting at the bus, pretty much like the first or second person in line, their priority was to push us out of the way, not say, excuse me, I'm elderly, I should go before you, which I don't think is fine, but it's more considerate. But no, they literally pushed us out of the way so that they could get on the bus before us. because they felt that it was their right to be there before us. So then while we were waiting on the bus, they continued to want to go to different places around the bus and push us again out of the way because they wanted to move around the bus. And this is something that happens all the time here in Spain. I can be going up an escalator, going from the train to the metro, and while I'm standing on the escalator, people are pushing my bag because I'm not moving fast enough, but there's a line of people on the escalator, so there's nowhere for me to go, but they'll continue to push my bag because I'm in their way. As opposed to saying, excuse me, I need to get through. I posted the incident on Facebook the other day. I was using the bathroom at the metro, and a police officer walks in and yells, get out. I'm washing my hands, and he knocks on the stall of another gentleman and says, let's go. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, that's one of the things where it's like, they don't care. It's like, because I'm washing my hands, so you tell them I need to get out of the bathroom right now, even though I'm washing my hands. You can't say, when you finish, if you could leave the restroom, or, if you could hurry up because we need to close the bathroom. Just something. Just not get out and look at me like I'm crazy. Another example, the other night, I was taking a bus home. I accidentally took the wrong bus. It's a mistake. I haven't done it yet, but it was my first time taking the wrong bus. It's probably 1 o'clock in the morning. The bus to get back to my town from the big city, from the city, it runs like every hour. So I accidentally took the wrong bus. I guess my correct bus was maybe coming a minute or two behind the bus that I hopped on. And then I got to the end of the line and knew that the area looked unfamiliar. And the bus driver's like, okay, everyone get off. Excuse me, in Spanish. And I'm like, I was like, wait. Like, I was like, no say, like, I don't know where I am. No, I was like, donde? Like, where is this? And he's like, I don't know, no say. He was like, venga, like, get off. Come on. And I was like, I don't, like, where is this? I don't know where I'm at. And I was super confused because I thought it was my correct bus and I couldn't figure out why we took a different way, or I thought maybe it was some kind of holiday, because stuff like that happens here all the time where it's a holiday, you may not be informed, but everything just changes because there's a holiday. So I thought maybe just something happened and I couldn't figure out what was going on. So it's 1:30 in the morning and I get dropped off in the middle of nowhere. And then the bus driver's like, get off the bus. I don't know where you are. And I'm like, I mean, you could just at least say like, oh, this is where you are. Or like, what happened? Like, oh, are you confused? Like, he didn't care. He just said, get off my bus. So I got off the bus and I was pretty pissed because I'm like, I felt like if you work for the bus company, you could be somewhat considerate and at least just tell me like, well, this is this bus and this is where it stops. Like something. He just said, I don't know, and get off. So I was like, that's frustrating. So it's 1:30 in the morning. So I ended up, thankfully, my correct bus still came along that route. And I just had to wait an hour, but it's like 30 degrees. So it was freezing and I'm waiting for an hour, but so thankful that it was still close to where my bus was. And I had to walk maybe 2 minutes to the correct bus. And it picked me up in an hour. So I got home around 3 when I would have been home probably at like 2. So that's that. So that's one thing. It's very difficult. My friend, I would say, communicated it very well. Just saying it's very, very inconsiderate. There's so many things. I mean, it comes from smoking to when you're on the sidewalk. I love this example. She said it's a 2-person sidewalk, but people will walk in a group of 3 and they see you coming along. And as opposed to them breaking up the threesome and moving into a line so that you can also stay on the sidewalk, they will force you to walk into the street because they don't care that you can't walk on the sidewalk. They're not going to break up that group of 3. And this happens everywhere. I don't care if it's the busiest intersections, the busiest areas, like Gran Via is a huge, busy street, and people all the time will walk in a group of like 5 or 6 and not care if no one can get through and walk as slow as they want or as fast as whatever they want to do. They don't care because it's all about them and not about anyone else. And that's a common theme here, which I think is very, very interesting and very frustrating. So it makes me want to be less considerate. When I'm on the metro now, and if someone elderly comes in or someone needs a seat, I pay for my bus pass just like anyone else, so I usually won't get up. I'm going to sit there and either ignore them or just act like I don't care. And I hate that that's becoming a part of me, but I feel like that's a way to survive here. The other day I went to pick up my registration card. Everyone said there it's 30 days to get the card, and I decided to wait 31 days because it's Spain, so it's probably going to take a little bit longer. So I go. Didn't read my paper before, but the paper says on there 45 days and posted it all around the building says 45. But everyone who works there say 30 days, 30 days. Even our Facebook group said people got theirs in 20, 25 days. 30's like pushing it. So I go and it's not there. It's not ready. So the lady says, oh, maybe in a week or so. Maybe in a week or so? Or in a week or 2 weeks? Or come back in 3 weeks? No, maybe in a week or so. there's no phone number to call. There's no one to contact to find out when this card is going to be ready. So I just have to make this 1.5 hour to 2 hour trip to find out if maybe my card is ready. So that's pretty frustrating because I went all that way for her to tell me maybe it will be ready and it wasn't. I'm gonna go back probably again maybe this weekend or in a week and see if it's ready. What else? What else? Yeah. So some good things. I want to talk about some good things. So my birthday was last week on Thursday, and I turned 34. Super excited. I had a great birthday party. I was stressing a little bit trying to figure out what to do for my birthday because I really wanted it to be something fun because it's the first time I got to celebrate my birthday without Thanksgiving. I know some people still commenting on Facebook about like, oh, happy Thanksgiving. But for someone who was born on or around a holiday, I was born on the holiday, but people born on or around the holiday are always overlooked. And it may not be a big deal for people who weren't born around a holiday because they don't understand. But it's literally every birthday being told, happy Thanksgiving. Oh, and happy birthday. Or I didn't get your birthday cake, but I got your sweet potato pie. And it's like, a year or so is not a big deal. But for 30 something years of someone always missing your birthday, it gets really annoying after a while. Or people are always on holiday or on vacation or going to see their family so you can't have a birthday party. And someone says, well, have your birthday a week before or a week after. It's like, but most people don't ask you to have your birthday a week before or a week after. And it's not my fault that I was born on a holiday either. But yet everyone penalizes me or puts it on the back end. So this is the first time I didn't have to hear people saying happy Thanksgiving. And happy birthday. It was just happy birthday. That's all I wanted to hear. So that was a great birthday here. All I got was happy birthday, which was great. And then I couldn't figure out what to do. So I was thinking about a dinner, but I didn't want people to spend a lot of money and I didn't want to take up a lot of time. So I thought to have I wish I could have a house party. Then I thought I can rent a suite. So I got a huge, amazing 2-bedroom apartment suite. Excuse me, in the main city, and it was wonderful. A lot of my friends came by. It was about 12 people. We had drinks and we laughed. We listened to music, had conversations. Some of my friends got to meet some of my other friends. We ate. It was a really great time, and then a few of my friends spent the night, and we had a lot of fun. We stayed up till like 5:30, and then I woke up the next morning and hung out. Then we went to the movies, had lunch, had breakfast, dinner. So it was a really great time, and I felt super appreciated. I felt like I really got to enjoy my friends and see the connection that I've made here, and also that I've met some really good people because I felt like they also enjoyed the people that they met there that they hadn't met before. So thanks again to all the people who came out to my birthday party and for everyone who said happy birthday to me. I hope you all enjoyed your Thanksgiving dinners there, but I enjoyed my birthday more than Thanksgiving. What's something else? Oh, and then after my birthday, the Christmas lights went up. So that was pretty cool. So they have a big tree. So you saw my Facebook page. So they have a big tree lit up, like in the main city, Madrid. And the lights are all like every street has different lights and different decorations, which is cool. Supposedly there's a lighting tour. So I'm going to take that when I get a chance. What else? Oh, I think anything else. Oh, work. I was just gonna say work. Work is still amazing. Absolutely love my job. I get paid well. I enjoy what I do. I really like the kids. It's fun to come to work every day. Like I enjoy coming to work, and I can't wait to see what we're gonna do and to find out which group I work with. I work with pretty much a different group every day, same grades, but just a different group of students. And it's fun to see like them learning and them practicing their English, and when they have questions, or I love seeing when they're excited when I come to class, or sometimes I'll sit in the desk next to theirs and they get so excited, like, oh no, 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 come sit next to me, come sit next to me. So I like that. I can love that the students can appreciate me. I show them new things, or I teach them new things, play different games with them, and I just love to see how quickly they grasp onto that and how much they enjoy playing those different activities and learning English. Um, Excuse me. The other thing was, the breaks we get. I will always say that that's such a positive highlight also about being here. Working 4 hours a day, 4 days a week is insane and amazing at the same time. I feel like after work, I really get to like relax and I don't have to think about stuff. I don't have to stress. I get to just take time to myself to either make videos or just relax, just either grab a nap or maybe watch TV, just really relax and enjoy my time here. And then We also get a lot of holiday breaks. This month we actually get a break this weekend, Puente, which is we're off pretty much Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So it's 5 days. A lot of people are going out of town. I wanted to go someplace hot like the Canary Islands, but I decided I want to save money because I'm taking a really big trip for our next break, our winter break, which is like 3 weeks, coming up in 2 weeks. So for that one, I'm going to go to the UK, going to Scotland. I'm going to um, Ireland. So I'm really gonna like I want to save money so that I can really enjoy that trip. I think that's it, guys. So everything good. Still enjoying Spain, trying to figure things out. Yeah, I still have a lot of pictures. Visitors, I love visitors. So if you're thinking about visiting Spain, please come visit. Because one, it gives me an opportunity to realize that like I'm learning a lot more things that I think I know. My Spanish, I have been working with one of the teachers at my school. Once a week, we're doing an intercambio. So I teach her English and she teaches me Spanish. That's been very helpful. So I've been speaking more Spanish. So soon I will give you some Spanish, some Spanish phrases. All right. That's it. I love you all. Take care. And this video was shorter. Thanks. Bye.